And now I've got audio. Yes, the little bar is going at the bottom. If I'm expanding, 2 squared is 2 times 2 times, that symbol is for the one in the middle there, 2 cubed, which is 2 times 2 times 2. So there's 3 of those bad boys. But I could recondense this, yes? How many 2's do I have multiplied together repeatedly? I got 5 of them. So I could recondense that into the thing that I'm multiplying repeatedly to the power of how many times I'm multiplying them repeatedly. Fascinating. Let's do another one. Next one's really easy. 7 to the 1 is just 7. Times 7 to the 1 is just 7. It's not 7, 7. But it is 7, 7. So how could I write 7 times 7 as a single power?
7, 1.
No. 7, 2, because there's 2 7s being multiplied. Asavia, was that a hand? You didn't put a hand up? Okay. Because if you did, I could hardly see it behind Louisa. Okay, do we see the pattern here already? Does anyone pick up on what's going on? Yeah. When I've got multiplication happening here, exponent powering things is just more multiplication. So if I have the same base and I'm multiplying those 2 bases together, and each of those bases is to an exponent, all you need to do is you can take the 2 exponents and add them together. Because 2 plus 3 is 5, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So if that's true, then what? Yes, Eve? That's the answer. See, yeah, so that's 2 to the 5. Yes, but I didn't ask you to put it into standard form. I want to see what this is as a single power. The answer depends on the question that's being asked. I wasn't asking for what is the result when you do this. I wanted to know, is there a way we could make this thing look simpler? And yes, it would look like this. 2 squared is 2 times 2. 2 cubed is 2 times 2 times 2. So I could recondense that into 2 to the 5. I don't want 32. Even though 2 to the 5 is 32. I don't care about that. What I care about is how do we condense some of these gross-looking expressions? Because I'm going to give you stuff that looks like this. How can we condense that and make it look something like something more usable, more doable? So that's the question I'm asking. So then, let's just see if we can jump straight to the end here. If you can see what's going on here, if I'm adding these bad boys together, that seems to be what's going on here. When the bases are the same, we're adding exponents. What should this one be? X should be x to the 9. If the rule is I'm just going to take these things, same base, and I'm going to add them together. When I multiply bases, I add the exponents. I mean, we could do it longhand and see. X to the 4 is going to be x times x times x times x. X to the 5 is going to be x times x times x times x times x. And I'm multiplying those guys together. How many x's do I have multiplied together there in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beauty. Okay, so what's the last one? This one, how is this last one different than the other ones? Big shot. I got multiple variables. I got x's and y's. So I had this conversation with someone. Prisha. You, a couple days ago. No, Garima. You can multiply in whatever order you want, yeah? Like if I told you that if I had 2 times 3 times 4, what's 2 times 3 times 4? Somewhat? No, it's not.
24.
How'd you do it? Who shouted out 24? Eve, you said 24. How'd you do it? Yeah, so 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24. Did anyone do it a different way? Prisha? 3 times 4 is 12, 2 12s is 24. Anybody do it any other way? What about 2 times 4 is 8, 8 times 3 is 24? You can multiply these three numbers together because it's all just multiplication. You can take these three numbers, multiply them in whatever order you want, and you're going to get the same result. So, when you've got something gross looks like this, at this stage, I'm not going to make you do it like this every time, but to see what's actually going on here, I'm going to rewrite this. I'm going to change the order because I'm hoping I've convinced you that when all I'm doing is multiplying, I can do it in whatever order I want. So I'm going to rewrite this as x squared times x to the 5 times y cubed times y to the 1. And then we're going to blow it up. That's going to be x times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 y's, and then another 1y. So what am I repeatedly multiplying here? Yeah, how many x's am I repeatedly multiplying? 7 of them. How many y's am I repeatedly multiplying? 4. And so if you take a look at what's going on here, I could have just done, well, x squared and x to the 5th. I just look at my x's, add those two exponents together. Take a look at my y's, add those two exponents together. And I can condense that awful mess into something a lot more manageable. So, the rule for products when you're multiplying bases, when multiplying the same base, add the exponents. Boom. And I like to write it this way. Students hate it when I do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. In general, what this looks like is if I had something like x to the power of some letter m, I don't know what number that is, times x to the n, this is going to be the same as if I had just a singular base to the m plus n up there in the exponent. We're taking the numbers out of math, bringing in the alphabet. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, so that's multiplication. Hands up, you've seen this before. Some of you, not all of you. Okay. Love it when middle school math teachers don't teach all the things you're supposed to learn. Here we go. So that's the product rule. Not hard, but the bases must be the same. Quotient rule. The quotient rule is similar. Let's take a look at what we've got here. And quotient rule is the result when dividing. And if the quotient rule is the result when dividing, this will only work when you... Thank you. This is only for division. So, let's do the same thing we did before. I've got 2 to the 4, and I'm writing it two different ways because division can be expressed two different ways. We've got the division symbol, or we can actually write these things as fractions. It makes more sense when we deal with it with the fractions, but I'll do it this way to start. Writing it out division like this, we could say, okay, well, I've got 2 to the 4 divided by 2 to the 1. This is the same as 2 to the 4. Actually, I don't want to write it like that. I'm going to just go straight to the fraction. This is the same. 2 to the 4 divided by 2 to the 1. When you see it this way, it'll make a lot more sense. So when we express division as a fraction, it makes it a lot easier to expand that numerator. What is the numerator in expanded form? Yes, Ava, you got to roll. Play well, stay safe, win. Come back tomorrow with stories of your victory. How do I expand that numerator? Video will be online.
How do you expand?
Yeah, I want to write 2 to the 4 expanded.
2 times 2 times 2 times 2.
2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and it stays in the numerator.
Over 2.
And in the denominator, I got a singular 2. Now, I gave someone crap yesterday for saying the evil word in math. The evil word in math is cancel. We will use the evil word, but I want you all to know why the evil word is used. What happens here? I've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 divided by 2. If, well, how do I want to say this? Let's cover up these 3 2's here for a second. What's 2 divided by 2? 1. When all I'm doing in the numerator is multiplying, and all I'm doing in the denominator is multiplying, and the exchange between the numerator and the denominator is division, when you see simplifiable things, top and bottom, we are allowed to divide them away, and the result will be 1. When the result is 1, does multiplying by 1 change anything? No, and so this is why we use the word cancel, because we can get rid of it without any negative effects. And so when Prisha was like, you cancel, and she's like, but you just cancel, which is what we're doing. We are going to cancel. It's a dirty word in math. We're going to use it, but I want you to understand why. These two can cancel because when you take 2 divided by 2 and the result is 1, multiplying by 1 doesn't change anything. So all we're going to be left here is 2 times 2 times 2. I mean, there is a 1 left in the denominator, but we don't have to write it because multiplying and dividing by 1 doesn't change anything. I'll show you an example in a second where it absolutely matters. And so we can write this as a singular power. I'm going to have 2 to the power of 3 because there's 3 2's there being multiplied together. So there's a reason why these two rules often get taught together. When I multiply bases, I added the exponents. When I'm dividing, what does it look like I'm going to do? I've got 2 to the 4 divided by 2 to the 1, and I was left with 2 to the 3. What can you do with 4 and 1 to get 3? You subtract. Let's see if that holds. What do I have 7 to the 5 divided by 7 to the 3?
7 squared.
You're suggesting that it's going to be 7 squared. Well, let's prove it. Let's write it as a fraction. 7 to the 5 over 7 3 is going to be 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 over 7 times 7 times 7. When all you're doing is multiplying, top and bottom, you are allowed to make some of these cancellations or divide them away to give you 1. Bam, bam, bam. Again, only when you're multiplying and dividing in the numerator, or multiplying across numerator and denominator. So you can see here what I've got left is just 7 times 7. Yes, it is 49. Don't tell me that it's 49. That's not what I want. I want that 7 times 7 can be condensed to be 7 squared. Which, if you look at what happened here, I've got a 5 and I've got a 3. Subtract those things and away you go. Cool. What if I've got x to the 6 over x to the 2? Same idea. Yeah, Dea? I do. Yeah, keep going. Keep talking. Yeah.
And then we cancel out 2, and then we have x to the power 4.
X times x times x. It doesn't matter that they're x's. The letters behave the same way numbers do. Beauty. I'm going to take this last one. I'm going to change it because I think we're getting the hang of this. Yes? Are we getting a handle on what's going on here? What if I had something that looks like this? Add an x squared over x to that question. We're going to tweak it, make it look more interesting. What's that thing going to be? Sorry?
Wait, would it be... Wait, is x2 plus y 9?
No, I have x squared. And there's nothing written in between there. So when there's nothing written in between, so it's multiplication. That's right.
We have 2 x's and that is 9 y's over
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over.
1x and 4 y.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now what?
And then, so we'll cancel out one of the x's with one of the 1x we have. And then we just cancel out.
Because they're the same thing, this something divided by itself is 1. That's how we cancel. Keep going, Dea. Yeah, keep going, Dea.
We cancel out 4 the y's.
1, 2, 3, 4. So what are we left with?
1 x and then 5 y.
You betcha. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y's left. That can be condensed down to y to the 5. And that singular x there is just going to be x. I mean, if we look at the rule that we seem to be deducing, 9 y to the 9 divided by y to the 4 means I'm subtracting 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. When there is no exponent written, the exponent is a 1. If it helps you, you can put it there. 2 minus 1 is, and when there's no exponent, it's a 1. But if it's not there, you want to put it there, you can help you out, you can. So this is the exponent rule for division. So what does the quotient look like? When dividing the same base. Can I finish the lesson before you go, unless it's an emergency?
Okay.
Okay, you can go. Is there a hall pass there? Yeah. When dividing the same base, subtract the exponents. Which sometimes leads to the question, yes, but what happens if the bottom is bigger? What if I have more of the exponent in the bottom? We will get to negative exponents, probably not today, but we'll get there. Yes, Dea. That was your question? Nice. Okay, so let's write it out in the kind of the gross notation that I had before. If you have something like this, if you have an x to the m divided by x to the n, or x to the m over x to the n, it is always first minus second or top minus bottom. Maybe x to the m minus n here and x to the m minus n here. It's always first minus second or top minus bottom. And that number at this stage is allowed to be negative. I will show you ways to handle that more fully at a later time. But for now, what I want you to do is I want you to practice these things. Those two rules, they'll start nice and easy, but then I'm going to start to mix some of these rules together. Flip the page. There are 22 questions here. I would like you to do them all. We'll see how this goes. And the question says, the instructions say, apply rules 1 and 2 to simplify expressions to a single power. I do not want evaluated. Do not ram these through a calculator and tell me, oh yes, the answer to number 1 is 279. Wait a sec, is it 279? Nope, 729. I don't want that. I want you to tell me the answer to number 1 is 3 to the power of 6. On your mark, set, go. I will help where needed. I know some of your hands shoot up. Yep. What's the question? Apply the rules. You haven't even tried. Apply the rules. Show your work. Don't just write down answers. Yeah. Yes. Going in the. Show your work. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there is one thing I want to show you because Day has already reached this question, and some of you may have reached it already as well. I want y'all to take a look at question number 12. Get rid of this.
Not good.
Question number 12 says 8 cubed over 8 times 8 cubed. Okay, so Dea, what's the problem here?
We have,
How would you like to tackle this?
so technically we have 8 over 3 over, well,
8 to the 3.
8 to the 3 over 8 to the 4.
Okay, so you can do it that way. You can say, okay, I'm multiplying here in the denominator. So there's no exponent, it's a 1. I can add those two together. I'm going to have 8 to the 3 over 8 to the 4. Yeah, you bet. Keep going.
So technically, we'd have 8 over 1 left on the bottom if we.
Oh, if you do it a different way? Now you want to do it a different way?
Wait, no.
Make up your mind, Dad. Come on.
So, wait, I want to do it the first way.
Okay.
But,
Is your question about this or something else?
here's the order.
So on this one, when there is no exponent written, it's assumed that there's a 1 there. So because we're multiplying in the denominator. Oh, that's a 3. I just covered it with my circle, and that's a 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, so Dan, what do you want to do?
We'll do the first up top.
Okay.
Wait. So, if we were to swap divided, wouldn't we get 8 to negative 1, the power of negative?
Yeah, because when you say, okay, I'm dividing, so I'm going to subtract a to the negative 1. Sure, yeah. There's no reason why that's not totally acceptable. But if you do this a different way, you get a different result. Well, you get a different result. But the different result the two results must be equivalent. So let's do it another way. Did anyone do this question? I know a bunch of you have already started this. Did anyone do this question a different way? Krisha.
I divided it.
Okay.
I divided. I can't.
Yeah, use the dirty word.
I canceled out 8 to the 3.
Yeah, you saw you had 8 to the 3 and 8 to the 3, so you should bam.
Yeah, and then it's 1 over 8.
So with one of the examples I gave you, I said, oh, we don't have to put the 1 on the bottom because dividing by 1 doesn't change anything. Like we had, I think it was 2 times 2 times 2 over 2 or something like that, and we canceled that out, so this is just going to be 2 squared. And I said, we don't have to put the 1 in the denominator because it's not a big deal. But, no, you don't need a calculator for today. No calculator for anything we're doing today. Because you're not evaluating it. But, if we do that here, I do 8 cubed divided by 8 cubed, those do cancel, leaving you with 1. And so I've just got the 8 in the denominator. Often what I'll see students do, they'll be like, ah yes, those are canceled, we're nice and cool, that's 8. When the 1 is left in the denominator, it does not matter. But if there's 1 left alone in the numerator, it absolutely matters. Because if I came over to your house and I told you I'm bringing 8 pizzas and I showed up with 1/8 of a pizza, you invite some friends over. Yeah, dude, we have bringing pizza. It's gonna be great. There's 8 pizzas. There's like 6 of us. It's gonna be awesome. We have so much pizza. And I walk up with 1/8 of a pizza. Those numbers are very different. Like, I just brought myself 2 slices, guys. Why are you all here wanting my pizza? Step off. Right? Like, it matters. When you do the division and there's nothing left in the denominator, the 1 does not need to be there. When you do the division and there's nothing left in the numerator, the 1 absolutely must be present. So, Dea, what this means is that 8 to the negative 1 and 1 over 8 must be the same thing. Which leads us to our rule for negative exponents that I'm going to show you either later today or tomorrow. Dea. Okay, questions about what I've done here on the board before I go help Dea with number 10. Why do you? What's wrong with number 10?
It's 2 to the power of 3 over 2 times 2. So you get 2 over 3. But if you do
Oh, 2 to the 3.
if you do the power of 0, you want to keep
Yeah.
but that wouldn't be written.
Why not? Why wouldn't it be right? 2 cubes divided by 2 cubes. What's anything divided by itself is 1, and 2 to the 0 is 1. Because anything to the power of 0 is, so you're good. There's more than one way to skin a cat. This number is. I don't know. That's the phrase. There is no, it wouldn't be over 1. Look where it is. You have 3 to the 6 over 3 to the 1. So the top number is the bigger one. So it's the over 1. You wouldn't put it under 1. Because it's over 1, you just leave this 3. Because you don't, when the 1's in the denominator, you don't have to put it there. The denominator is small, really small. So that's what I was gonna miss. Who's cleaning for lunch?
Oh yeah, 2 and 1.
Okay, play with them. The first 8 you should just cruise, and then things get more interesting. Yes, sir.
Confused. Number 18.
Number 18. Okay.
So I turned it to 4 p. I don't know. This is right. And then
Because you get 5.
it's multiplying.
No, what's 3 times 2?
Oh, okay. Now it's
Okay.
okay.
These tests are done. Bam. Bam. Okay, yes. Which one you look at?
Mr. Zero.
15. How's that, Glasgow? Or you'll get another 13. Yeah. Whoa, so this. That increases. Is that just for fun?
We did it before and then you said they were so I'm like,
Well, you'll, if you're gonna work ahead, you can start. That's
no,
fine. That's why. You show me what you're doing. You can sum and then sum. You don't even have to do it that way. You can say this. Stuff. Why they were you said n squared over n squared. 3 divided by 6 all the stuff is 2n. Oh, you're good. Yeah, 2n. Yeah, no, you're good. So how was your birthday?
9:30. ¿Qué? Ayer me dormí a las en mi casa a las ayer me dormí a las 11. Ayer me dormí. Y a mí ya me dormí entonces ya
Yes. Well, hold on. How is there a hole? Oh, he's back. Yeah, go ahead. Give your phone. Okay. So, this is what it was just the You're just all right. Forget that there's no, I'm just changing the question. Okay. So you don't actually have to write it out all this way. I already wrote this out, trying to convince you that the short way to do the same thing is just to look at the exponents after. Because 3 cubed is 1, 2, 3. Squared is 3. Now it says that all I'm doing is adding the 2 exponents.
si me escriben les voy a contestar bueno.
Yes, you cannot condense that. Basically. For this one, you could write it out in all of its spectacular glory if you want. Or you can just write it all. Take those 2 things and then add the multiplying. Yeah. Base stays. But now something bottom. When there's no exponent, What's the reason 6? When I said why?
Yo me levanto a las 6:20, me pongo así una serie o algo y me meto así para las 10 de la mañana.
You would want
No, a ver cómo muchos años se me dio unos guantes en la primera y tuve que regañar.
6 minus 1.
Llegué con un plato de guantes.
Is no, it's not everything, it's the invisible one.
No, dije que según yo estaba vendiendo un guante. No, no, no.
Yes, there would be one there, yes.
Fue amigo.
You just do it, it's just a multi-step question.
Y saying you sell this is that.
Yeah, this one.
You're not adding, you were adding it before.
Yes or no?
Three and square.
Sí, no. Y puedes vender comida hace
Where's it to you?
¿cuánto tiempo tiene que quedar ahí? Tres.
Well, it's 2 over 24.
Yo vivo ahí como hasta la ceja. Hace más viajes que no se me va.
But you also have a square that you're
¿Cuál
gonna
es la queta?
and this can be simplified.
No había nadie.
Yes, sir.
Lucía María.
Son dos. I have my hall pass back, and you can have your phone back.
Somebody.
Oh, someone else left?
Yeah, William.
William left. Okay, cool. Never mind, son. Let's take it.
¿Te gusta William Pasco? No, pues entonces para mí es que William Sí, porque sí fue. Seguro. Está para checar.
You go to the you start wherever you want. You see anything that you think nice to get rid of?
Pero es que me llamas y estoy ahí exponiendo en la mientras estoy exponiendo
What else you guys? Oh, you are the squares. Look at that.
Bien, bien.
That's fun.
¿Cómo le dijiste los minutos?
Be careful how you cancel. You cancel that many things.
Igual.
When there's nothing left in the numerator, you put an 8. When there's nothing left in the numerator, put a 1. The 1 has to stay in the numerator. When you cancel everything out of the numerator, you left with 1. Yeah, so it would be no, like a big number of 1. Because 3 divided by 3 is 1. You say 1 is 1. 3 is 1.
What happens here?
cancel possibilities, that's great. But you can build, you can just have same top and bottom. 3 divided by 3 is 1, gone. 2 squared divided by u squared. V and a B, gone. And when you use the denominator, William, let me know when you're leaving next time you leave. Where'd you get it? It works. It's 2 on display. What do you mean? You do. It's the minus sign, but you have to put a bracket to close the bracket. You have to force the bracket outside. If you just use negative 2 to the power of it, you have to explicitly tell it that you want the bracket negative outside. But this is exactly the kind of calculation.
You put these here.
I have to go back. Hold on, we'll try to do this. We've also got magnetic charging, and I have magnetic charging too. I just tossed it on there's that block next to my computer. Just toss it on top there.
Yeah.
That was no, it's not.
No,
Okay, so Dan, what are you doing? Tell me what you've done to get where you are. So V times U squared times. Okay, so what'd you do?
Tampoco es así.
How did you take some out?
Bueno,
One math operation.
yo sé que andas diciendo que se tiene que reservar solo de
So V divided by V is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. U squared divided by U squared is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. What's left in the denominator? Stay there. The final answer is not 2u, it's 1 over 2u. That makes sense. Okay.
Tú tienes las listas.
So, I know I walked away from you while you were looking at a question. You said, where do I start?
Se recuerda tu cara y te pasa. No se acuerda quién eres.
Insert the cancel that way. Times to explain what you want. I don't think that's that's how you approach these types of questions.
Ahí le pasa, bueno.
Yeah. Because you got rid of that you squared gave you 1. That
Sí, aquí más te
restage the UV stage bit.
Sí, aquí yo te pago a solo para que me la casa.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
¿Sabes cuánto le doy? 10 para
This thing makes sense. What card there on?
Así se va a enojar más.
So you did that one has the teacher. So do that by adding. Then you divide by 3 squared, this would be 3 to 1.
Iba a ser lo mismo.
Go with these rules.
Vamos a escuchar. Aquí vos no. Yo, hey bro. It's over. Septiembre. When did you buy it? In November.
One. 3, 2, and 3, and this 3 cubed is 3 times 40 times 3. And then multiplying the middle. So that's 6. 3 to the power of 6.
When you're like, oh yeah. Please,
Okay, when you're in, so 4 times 4 squared. When you're in,
no, pero la otra vez.
understood that 4 equals 1 equals 4.
No, más.
So by the time itself, it's the same thing as putting it to the 1.
En la oficina de Louis.
Oh,
Ya vendiste.
And when I'm multiplying and dividing, I can divide.
I will keep the remote.
Yeah. Where I go to, oh yeah, someone too.
somebody can.
Okay. Is that a hand?
¿Qué está haciendo? Ahora sí se me ve.
You.
¿No te veo? ¿Cuánto? Por esa mochila. Te la vi.
Either one.
¿Por qué tienes un lápiz de ortodoncia de algo?
Porque me lo enseñé.
¿Qué era? ¿Qué era? Sí.
Yeah.
¿Y por qué tienes de ortodoncia? Esto que no lo dices.
Yeah, I got it wrong. Yeah, what you get? Yeah, so then when you cancel that, 6 to the 4 divided by 6 to the 4.
Una computadora aquí de buena.
Because it's not, they don't.
Sí, debería separar by itself is
1. So there needs to be a 1 left in the numerator. So if you wrote your answer as 1 over this remaining 6 to the 4.
Vos como
This
la baña.
has to be the same as. It's not negative. It's 6 power.
ese es el que viene debajo de. No.
Those resolve 6 to the power of negative 4 and 1 over 6 to the 4 are going to show you tomorrow. Those are actually. Yeah, there's a whole pass available.
Se va a perder.
No, no, no.
Have some faith in yourself. Do what you think is right, and then come back and take a look at it. Because I said, you know, what's up?
Los ciertos. Ah, pues son los que me regalaron. Sí. No tengo otros. Para ahorita. Pero ¿por qué te lo regalaron así de dos?
Well, yeah, because it's just attractive for that.
Tienen 79,000 páginas.
Well, 14.
Fue rápido. Sí, sí, ya. No, mira,
Ya no más.
Another side.
Es para el chico. Son just los de México. Ah, no seas. No, ¿qué estás hablando? Mi hermano. ¿Qué hablo?
¿Tienes hermana?
¿Cuántos años? No, estás hablando. Él me dijo que tenía 12 o 11. No es sabía su edad. Tiene una hermana. Y tiene como 12 o 11 o 13, algo así.
8, ¿no era?
No, tiene de 13 a... O sea, no sabe, no sabe. ¿Por qué le pegas? Pero no le pegas. Solo échame
Mamá. Ay,
Ya. Word on the in the leadership. ¿Por qué te
But let's say on a division, when you divide something by itself, what's the result always going to be? It's 5 divided by 5. 1 to the 8, and 2 to the 3 is 8. 8 divided by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. So 2 and 0 is 1. Same thing. Oh, you associate? Oh, you do that? That's not- Is she actually right with that? Just like zone of associate. No associating during that class.
Sí, sí. De los que están en el otro día
Yeah.
Mamá, ya no más.
Also, you disappeared in n. You have n squared here.
Oh.
Now you only got add another n. You had the 2. Where did the go? Never mind. N times n. Okay, yeah. You have the response. Yeah. N squared. N squared over n squared. Which is yes. Take a whole test with your phone. Okay, you divide your way. Because that's the fastest, simplest. Assuming you've done everything else correctly. Yes, sir.
Tienes ya una opción. Yo invito a ti. En mi casa también había un man who left like 14 months ago.
Yeah, 6 to the power 4 is the same as 1 over 6 to the power 1.
Hey, but quítame,
This
vamos
is
a
the
ver.
denominator. Here, all of a sudden, you toss it up and do the numerator.
No,
And what do you have to do? That's it. Leave it in the denominator. Stay in the.
¿Y qué pasa si vas?
Okay, so which one did you want to
Yes,
get
no
up with?
puedes hablar para las cámaras. ¿Y qué pasa si te
Eso-
pagan?
How do you do 19?
Y la play es es importante que se paguen. De nada.
Ringer.
Ay, please. Please.
And then you.
Dale, sí, tanto eso.
Ay, sí. Tú que
Mira con la boca, ay.
Yes, finally.
Sam, can I help you? I'm just messing with you.
I don't know. I think I did it.
No, you didn't. There's X's and Y's all over the place there. That's incorrect.
But then, I don't know.
How did they leave the denominator? What follow the rules that I've been giving you? You did nothing. 18 is correct.
I don't know.
Yeah? Did he explain?
Yeah, but I don't understand.
But you didn't understand. How do you mean you didn't understand? Yeah. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, like I understand how, but I don't understand why.
What? Okay. What do you mean? What part of number 18 do you not understand?
Because I don't understand. Like I don't understand. I multiply.
And then p squared times p in the denominator. When you're multiplying the same thing, you add the exponents. So p squared times p is p cubed. So you have 4p squared in the numerator over 6p cubed because 3 times 2 is 6. P squared times p is p cubed. Because so 4 over 6, that's a fraction you can reduce. Divide both by 2. And then 2 minus 3 is negative 1. The point is that you've condensed it, you've gotten rid of it to 1p. That's why I have a problem with number 22, because you got a bunch of x's everywhere, and somehow they made their way up into the numerator. I don't know what happened here. And I want you to try and see this guy. This one's good, 20's good. 22 you need to work on. Yes.
Check these.
Dos.
Which? Oh, all of them?
Dos está llevada. No. Ya.
I hate it, but
Yeah, we
Eh, antes estaban los vampiros. Antes estaban los vampiros. No sé, eso no me hablar tampoco.
ya no va.
16.
Es un bonito. Pero me queda de.
Pero por
It's not done. It's not wrong. It's not done.
No me gusta dónde estaría. Música puede servir que porque el presidente lo comenzó con cuatro. Ahora no, dime de eso. No,
What is it? You squared that over 4 over 3? Yeah. 3 squared Not for the question.
No, pero that's it. Tiene 2 años, tiene 2 años. Hola.
It's yours.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah, salt over 3 with like even -1. And he said he told him to apply it like that.
Well, he had this.
Pero sí,
Buena. No.
que dice.
Yeah.
So there's 2 ways to do it. You just want to make sure you're not confusing what it actually looks like. You can never read 0 and divide, but it's something that
Show me on the board what you did. Convive.
Comí con cesta la carne.
No, you're not. You're messing around. Sit down and stop blaming other people.
Ya no más.
Gentlemen, what are we doing? So if you wanted to, you would do. Well, we move the final round. So I get 3, 6.
Yo no me casé.
The other way around.
Yo me casé.
Oh yeah, read about it. Read it. Fun.
Oye,
And
si
it's
te
weird, so I-
Yo, please, it's like a zombie.
Can you fucking stop?
I can see it.
I said you three.
Please.
We done?
Mr. Leo.
No, we're not done.
One.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, are we done? You should not be packed up until I tell you to pack up. I will tell you. I'm watching the clock. I will let you know when you're allowed to stop working. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there are 2 minutes left in the block. Now, this is the appointed time. You may pack up if you would like. This is your homework. I want you to get this done. We will go over them tomorrow, and I will introduce to you the last 3 laws. 4 laws? We'll do some more tomorrow. That page, yes. Just that side of that page. That is your homework. We'll go over it tomorrow. Yes, Bosco. No. Because you have 2 Y's up top and 3 Y's in the bottom. Yes. Everything else is good there. What is that?
Ocean.
Oh, it's oh, cool. Looks like a little trophy. Obviously, it looks like a little trophy. Okay, when the bell goes, you may also go, whose phone is this? Rob, was this you? Your phone?
No.
Don't forget it.
Después de la mañana. No, no dura, no.